A study out of London says a great deal of business actually takes place during long work commutes. Because of this, some commuters in Norway are leading the way in counting travel time as part of their workday. So what are your thoughts on working outside of office hours? Take it away, Jeff.
All right, let's get right to your comments, DBL Nation. Denise from Facebook says, "This is why I love being a bartender. I never bring work home with me." Oh, there you go.
Well, Denise, I was a bartender for about 5 years, and I always brought the work home with me. I'm just kidding.
I thought you meant like bottles and stuff like that.
The work came home with me. Yeah, I really think that it should count, because if you're doing actual work, especially for people who, my mother has a 2-hour commute most days. So like if you're on a train and you're doing work, you are working, you should at least get credit for those hours, or you should get paid. People should respect your time.
I want to hear the other side of Cobb's story.
Yeah, me too.
What happened after work, Cobb?
I'm like, tell me more. I do want to hear. And actually, policemen and police women are allowed to get paid for the time they put on their uniform, because there's so much to put on. That 15, 20 minutes gets put into their work pay, which is interesting. There was an interesting court case about that. Patrick from YouTube says, for me, that's the downside to being salaried. You just have to get the work done at the end of the day. Or, Patrick, you make boundaries and make sure that you say, I will not be contacted after a certain amount. In France, it is illegal for an employer to contact an employee after 7 p.m.
All right. What's wrong with going above and beyond? What's wrong with doing your job and then doing a little extra just to be that better person?
Most people, I think, have to do that if they're wanting to succeed. They probably have to put in that extra work. Well, I
mean,
would think.
You know, as an athlete, you go to practice, but that doesn't mean you go to practice. You're working out before, you're working out after.
But you get paid for being an athlete, like all around. Like
not collegially, you don't.
Oh, you're saying?
I'm just saying in life, I try to go above and beyond. I try to do a little bit more is what the point I'm trying to get across here. Anyways.
Well, yeah, and I think Karen is speaking to this. Karen from YouTube says, if I got paid for all the work I do outside my office hours, I'd be filthy rich. And that's true. And I'm also thinking about like doctors too. You're on call all the time. You're paid, but I mean you're technically being paid for, I guess, for the operational procedure and things that you do. But you could have to wake up in the middle of the night or be on a ski slope and be called in to deliver a baby, for instance, or something like that. That's happened before.
Exactly.
You know, so there's a lot of people that work outside of the office. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's just tough for a lot of people.
I think that's what you have to do to get ahead. If you want to separate yourself from the average person, instead of punching in from 9 to 5, you got to do those extra things that the normal person isn't willing to do to be a better person. That's just my 2 cents.